Now, exiled Congolese political heavyweight Moise Katumbi over the weekend concluded his tour in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, called Safari. Four important messages marked his address to thousands of sympathizers there who came to listen to him. What were those messages about, and what is the significance of the Katumbi tour, Ruth?
Our correspondent Gaël Poyo now joins us from Bukavu, DR Congo. Hello and welcome to the morning call. Moise Katumbi just completed his tour in Eastern DRC. Tell us more about this so-called safari tour.
La dernière étape de la tournée de Moise Katumbi dans l'est du pays.
Moise Katumbi has made his last stop in the east of the country when he visited Kindu, the capital of Maniema province, on Saturday, November 2nd, as part of his so-called safari tour. From Bunia, Bukavu, Butembo, Beni, and Goma, it was a similar reception he received upon arrival. He was welcomed by several executives of his platform, Ensemble pour le Changement, as well as a large crowd of his supporters. In the faces of these populations in Eastern DRC, we could see the joy of seeing their leader again, the leader they wanted to see during the December 2018 elections. The presence of Moise Katumbi gives new hope for development and the end of atrocities in the eastern part of the country. This is what motivated some inhabitants who went as far as braving a downpour to come and listen to him. In Goma, Beni, Butembo, Bukavu, Bunia, and Kindu, where he held meetings, he focused on the security situation and improving the salary conditions of soldiers.
So who are those behind, or who do you think is behind this tour when it's clearly not the election campaign season?
Well, Moise Katumbi said he did the rounds to thank the population for their support during the 3 years he spent on exile. In opposition, he will demand that police and military officers be well paid to give a chance for security to be restored. If there is no peace and security, there will be no investors. Moise Katumbi, president of Ensemble pour le Changement, also urged the population to denounce the people who kill with the army. Gaël, tell us, why did he launch the campaign to stop tribalism in Ituri? What does he hope to achieve with this? In an appeal to the people of Ituri, Congolese authorities, and the international community, the president of the Ensemble pour le Changement platform, Moise Katumbi, condemns the very dire humanitarian and security situation in the eastern part of the country. He has occasionally noted that the humanitarian and health situation in Jugu and Mambasa is beyond comprehension. He spoke of the thousands of deaths in a war fueled by manipulations aimed at pitting Congolese against each other. These sufferings are the result of the actions of the enemies of our people who want to prosper by stirring up hatred and cultivating fear. Traces of the violence are visible on a daily basis. Throats of victims are slit, decapitated, others raped, tortured, and burnt in state buildings, schools, homes, and plantation fields. All these testify to extreme and planned barbarism. More than 5,000 deaths have been reported since the violence resumed in December 2017. Just as much as there was a tribal war in 1999, so much so it seems unanimous. Opinions gathered from several representatives of civil society, local elected officials, non-governmental institutions reveal that the current killings are rather the work of armed groups that use the breeding ground of tribal hatred, according to Moise Katumbi. He asked the government to provide $100 million in the budgets for urgent interventions in provinces affected by conflict, epidemics, and humanitarian disasters. He recommends that part of this fund be used to secure the return of displaced persons, rebuild their destroyed homes, and reinstate them in the society.
Well, a lot there, Gaël. But in terms of his political future, and some of what has been said by some analysts or pundits, do you think that he has the chance to become the leader of the top opposition, the leader of the opposition in the DRC? Perhaps this tour means
La
that
grande annonce de cette tournée reste bien sûr la création de nouveaux partis politiques.
The big announcement of his little tour remains, of course, the creation of a new political party in which the former governor of Katanga intends to fully exercise his role as a demanding and Republican opponent. For some, he's gradually moving away from the fight for the truth of the ballot boxes, which is not really his to say. What is certain is that Moise Katumbi is playing it fine for the moment and is going with minimum wisdom. For him, in relation to the question on the spokesman of the opposition, the greatest concern is to find urgent solutions to the problems facing Congolese, to fight against unemployment, insecurity, lack of water and roads. Thank you so much, Gael, for talking to us. Gael Poyo is our correspondent. He was speaking to us from Bukavu, DR Congo.
Thank you very much. If you're just joining us, you are watching the Morning Call right here on Africanews. We are live for you in English and in French for those on the Canal Sat network, and also for those who can watch us online. Please go on www.africanews.com. Still to come on the program. The Feast of the Dead in Mexico. What is it about and when is it celebrated? We'll tell you details of this shortly. Plus, in sports, South Africa are World Rugby champions and the celebration continues. But not only that, they also have the world's best player and the world's best coach. All of this, much more after the break. Ruth and I will be right back.